Hey guys, Joe Tunney here at Infiniti of Kirkland in Kirkland, Washington, just outside of Seattle, taking a look at a great looking trade-in, a 2011 Infiniti QX56. Now these are called the QX80 in 2014. Why? Well, they cost $80,000 is the first reason why, but they went to an all-new naming strategy throughout the brand. This car, now called the QX80, was formerly called the QX56 since its introduction in 2004. In 2011, as a response to some criticism that although the quality on the former body style was nice, maybe it could be a touch better to really be up to Infiniti's very, very high standards. They actually redid the entire vehicle from top to bottom and moved the facility that builds these from the United States back to Japan. In 2011, when this came out, Consumer Reports had the 10 most reliable vehicles sold in North America. Number 2 of all cars sold in our market was this QX56 behind the Scion XB. In fact, all of the top 10 vehicles, except for this one, were economy cars, Corollas, Fits, Civics, that sort of car. No luxury cars at all, except for this one, QX56. And so, as a sport utility, it's not only number 1 in its class, it's number 1 by quite a wide margin. The quality on these is unbelievable, and we've had the good fortune of having a few of them with particularly high miles, a lot of people who need to use them for work or what have you, and they really do 80, 90, 100,000 miles look just as good as a 10 or 15 or 20,000 mile vehicle. So for those of you considering used, maybe formerly you've become accustomed to buying only new, this is definitely a vehicle you can feel really good about buying pre-owned. The former owner of this vehicle owns the company here locally that does, if you've ever been to a ball game where they have the bobbleheads, their company makes the bobbleheads for pretty much every sports team that there is in North America. And so he doesn't get to drive it as much as he'd like because he's always on the road, but when he is in town, this is the car for him. So much so that he just did trade this in and get a QX80 in 2014. Let's come take a look around this particular car. This is fully loaded. So it's a technology package, which means that it has, once you click that last box at the technology package level, that means you have to click every other box below. It's a 22-inch wheels, the deluxe touring package, the theater package. If there's a package on an Infiniti, this vehicle has it. Has every single option. Xenon lights, that goes without saying. Again, the aforementioned 22-inch wheels. It has the step bars on the side. And then, of course, leather interior. But when you get to the next 2 highest package, and the highest package both, that penultimate package includes a different kind of leather. The deluxe touring package includes a totally different leather, totally different wood steering wheel, and what have you. And so this tech package also has that upgrade leather, upgrade wood, and the wood steering wheel. It also has a feature, a ride feature that's really a cool feature. It's a pneumatic ride height adjuster that when you're taking turns, a big heavy vehicle like this can be a little bit topsy-turvy. This one always stays flat, even if you're driving with wild abandon, which I won't imagine that you would do, but even if you did, if you live like where I do, I live on a windy hill, and I might take turns at a little faster speed than a big car like this is comfortable with. Heck, this car is comfortable with anything. Back seat, it goes without saying, it's a big vehicle, so it has tons of space both in the front and in the middle row. In fact, it has tons of space in the third row as well. This one has quad captain's chairs, theater package, and then the theater is built into the headrest. You don't want the one in the up above. If you get theater package up in the ceiling there, when you fold it down, as soon as you look over your shoulder, you're looking at right at the back side of the TV. It's a safety issue, and I don't know why, to be honest, that they still allow it. Around this car, I'm noticing just a couple of stuffs. This is just traded in, and so we haven't had a chance to even detail it. But the nice prior owner was thoughtful enough to have it all washed up and detailed for us when he brought it to us. So it is very clean. It just needs to be completely polished inside and out. Rubber floor mats as well. Power folding third row seat. Folds forward and backwards. What's nice about this 60-40 configuration, for those of you who have 3 kids or just 3 people in your car at any given time, is that you can fold down the 60% side and just have a humongous trunk. For me, my family, we go to Costco all the time. Your family, I'm sure you do weekend things and fun stuff. Christmas holiday season, you're loading it up for bear. It's nice to have so much space in the back and then still be able to at least put one person in the back. Or you could flip that around, put 2 people on the 60% side and just 1 person back here. Along the passenger side of the vehicle, everything looks brand new. I mean, it's a very low mile car, but even a low mile car can be pretty beat up. This one's not beat up at all. Let's take a look inside. Never smoked in, nothing like that. 2 master remote keys. Whenever you're looking at Infiniti or a lot of these modern cars nowadays, it's a question you forget to ask until you get home. Does it have that second master remote key? The reason is that it's $400. That's the big reason. You have to get a key made and cut, and then that key needs to be programmed to a remote that you have to buy. Then they have to deprogram the first remote and reprogram both remotes. And so typically car dealers today are ringing you up between $300 and $500. Ours are $400. You just want to make sure that you get 2. This one's never been smoked in, no dogs, no stories. It's not beat up by any stretch of the imagination. Everything looks fantastic. We do export so many cars. We're selling one right now to Florida from all the way up here in Seattle. We're sending one just yesterday to South Carolina. So we do send cars all over the place all of the time. We are the #1 exporter to Canada of any Infiniti store in the United States. And of course, it's because we're right next to Canada, but we're so familiar with it. If you have questions, how does it all go down? How do these out-of-state or out-of-country deals work? Or maybe you live right here in Kirkland and you just want to come in for a test drive. Please feel free to give me a call anytime. My name's Joe Tunney here at Infiniti of Kirkland. Phone number is 425-821-1600, or just drop me an email anytime at joet@infinitiofkirkland.com.